If anybody, I'm going to wait a few minutes and I'm live really quick. Well, not quick, but here. Hi, Morgan. Hi. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Samantha. Just playing with some colors here. I'm just going to wait a few minutes before, sorry, it's looking all strange. Hi, Sharita. Hey, Chanel. Hi, Ascending Infinite Goddess. I got my headphone. Hey, Jen. Woo, y'all in the house. Y'all are in the house today. Can you hear me okay? I got these headphones in and I'm in my car. And hi Shanice. Hey, it is so good to see you. Hey family, guess who let me get up, not get off topic. We'll talk about that on family time. I was about to get off topic already. Um, yes, we are. You are loud and clear. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, I'm gonna make sure that's in there. Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to talk to everyone about this new moon and about how you need to work and work with this new moon in Libra to fine tune yourself with making sure that you actually do the work. So I know we haven't had an actual live in a very long time. Hi, Showstopper. What's up? North North. Okay, I'm being silly. So to make sure that we are getting in our work for this new one. So happy autumn to everybody. I think I haven't had a live like actually here on YouTube since before the summer, but we've been doing lives on Zoom. We have our master classes on every Saturday, and we have our family powwow. If you were in the master class on on um on Wednesdays. So we have a powwow 11, and that's if you're in the master class. So what I wanted to make sure that I was really guided to start talk came on, so I make sure that everyone is getting on track with this autumn new moon, working your energy with the focus point of um, relationships. I do also want to give you guys a shout out to Hey Shanice, Libra here. Yes, all right. Something happened and totally my emotional alignment. Yes, don't do a whole lot to after next week with doing a lot of talking because it's a lot of your sun Libra, and then we got Libra new moon, and that's going to be waxing, so it's going to help grow some areas. But before I get in, I wanted to tell everyone that Muriel said hi. That's our royal sync. She is one of our practitioners with us. So I wanted to tell you, don't forget to hit the likes. Yes. Thank you, Leticia. She wanted to tell everybody hello. I just talked with her and say hi back. Oh yeah, she was thinking about you. So but her work schedule. So let me get in. All right. So we are all family here. We'll wait for some few to come in. Okay, good. Was just thinking, oh, she gonna be so excited. Yes, I will, Samantha. I will. I would definitely tell her. She says she sends her love to everybody. But this new moon is really our main focus is to make sure that you're going to focus on relationships, communication, libido, drive, and you have the ambulance. And so you want to immediately really be thinking about the people that matter most to you. Okay, make sure that you're doing that. Those that matter the most to you, you want to feel and know that you have connections with setting your intentions with those that matter the most. People are very important to us, and we don't want to isolate ourselves like feeling like we're alone. And so this new moon wants to make sure of that, to let you know that you're not alone, but you need, hey Nancy, welcome. You want to make sure that you are working on relationships. I will, Letitia. Make sure you're working on relationships, making sure that You're fine tuning your relationships. Now, those relationships doesn't necessarily mean romantically either. It could be multiple relationships. It could be work related, school related. I mean, long life friends, things of that nature. You want to be called to look at how you are relating to others in relationships. Okay. You want to do that with this Libra because this Libra moon uh it wants us to look at balancing out our relations. Yes, and our babies. Yep, our fur babies, exactly. So our pets, our anything that's connected in love with you and vice versa. Okay. So you want to bring balance. You want to also make sure, I'm just going over my notes because I brought them with me while I'm sitting here to make sure that I did mention that in the video. If you take a look, if you haven't gotten your your up notification here on YouTube or on IG or Face Watch, that video is up about the key areas of this, and also the ritual will be up on the channel as well, but it's the blog is already up on the website. Make sure that you are, if you feel guided to, um, sign up for the email listing on the website. That's real important in the event that any kind of devices go down or anything like that, that we're able to stay connected there or on Patreon. All right. So you want to make sure that you want to look at some areas about, am I being the best? One of the key questions you want to ask yourself is in this, hey, CG31, hello to you. You want to make sure that you asking yourself, are you being the best self are you being your best self in your relationship or relationship with others, co-workers, friends, your children, your fur babies, looking at that. And if not, how can you work on that? If not, how can you work on that? The Libra uh I'm sorry, Libra new moon wants you to fine tune those areas so that way when you working through the relationship throughout this month before we get into Scorpio season at the end of October, you've already have fine tuned your relationships. And then when you have fine tuned these questions in your relationship, working your intentions, go to the video because that's up. Then that way, um as we move into 2022, you will see the fruit of what you have done. You may see it immediately in your relationships, or you may see it over the course of these next 6 months. Okay. And you're going to have people that are going to come back, and don't shoot the sheriff on this. That will be me. You're going to have some people reinsert themselves back into your life in some kind of way. And don't become defensive on that. Look at why they're coming back, re-entering into your life. Why are they re-entering in? Okay, what's the purpose of that? Not to already become iced, but looking at why they're re-entering, taking notes, being a listener to why they have come back into your life. There's a reason why. So there's going to be some people coming back up into your life. You will also be reaching out to others too, maybe by phone call, maybe by text, maybe by actually old school card of saying, I'm thinking of you. That's going to be reconnecting relationships as well. Okay. Um, Another question is, am I giving and getting an equal measure in your relationships? That again comes to romantically, that comes into accountability to your community, to your extended friends and family, to your co-workers, your children and your fur babies. That comes in that too. Am I giving and getting an equal measure in my relationships? That's something you want to look at. What would be the best outcome? Look, what would be the best outcome look like is my most important relationship? What is the best outcome that you want in your most important relationships in your life? You want to look at that. What is the best outcome you really want? And how can you make it work on your end as well? Because relationships are two-way streets. And if you have to give and receive, you have to be a receiver and a giver. And that is what um, Libra is all about as well. Libra is one of the zodiac signs that do not actually have some kind of uh, human being or an animal. It is representation in the seventh house is scales. So it's like, how do you balance? Receiving and giving is what that Libra wants you to look at because it's going to take you into 22. The other question is, am I giving and getting in equal measure in my relationships? Get equal. Is it measurable? And what would the best outcome look like in my most important relationship? That question keeps coming back up. Okay. Um, you also want to make sure that you are surrendering with this energy because Libra is the space of autumn. So Libra is bringing in autumn. It brought in autumn or fall. Some of us call it fall, or some of us call it um, autumn. So the question is, as the leaves um, leave, fall off the trees and things start to change colors and change, it's going to help you to make space for new. Hi, Marima. It's going to help you to make new things come in. Okay. And it wants you to looking towards this nature as nature is changing at this part of the year. You want to see how much you are surrendering effortlessly. This Libra energy will help you to surrender effortlessly. Okay, because nature does it effortlessly. They know automatically. The earth know, Mother Earth has already said, okay, this is what's happened in this season, and this is what happened in this season, and this is what happened in this season, and this is what, as it turns. And we should be doing the same thing. You shouldn't be operating like you operated in spring. Things should look different from spring. You need to go to your journals and look at that. What has changed between spring and now we're going into autumn? We're in harvest time right now, and we're in the season of surrendering and shedding. Can you compare and see what it looks like from spring to now? That's where journaling comes in. That's where, if you're working your practice, because a magical practice, a spiritual practice is a daily, everyday practice that is effortlessly. It is something that we do every day. You can do something to maximize your spiritual journey every single day in very small ways that shows diligence and consistency and change. It's not complicated. You will always hear me say in Zoom and in Patreon and in our classes, KIS says, keep it simple, Sally. Keep it simple, Sally. I always add that part. Or Simon, or Sonia, or Samuel. So when you, hey, Autumn. So I'm 71. So you want to make sure that when you're doing things, that when you're looking at your spiritual life and your magical practice as a practitioner, as a witch, as a warlock, as a spiritualist, as a goddess, whatever, or freestyle, whatever, or whatever your abilities are, what you work within, is that every day is a consistent practice. Every day, one thing a day, two things a day, and then it start adding up. And if you're doing it, then it will come to you effortlessly. It's not complicated. Absolutely. It's a lifestyle, it's a practice. It's just like getting up and brushing your teeth. You get up and you do something towards your practice to keep yourself in alignment. And that's a key word there, alignment. Because if you're not in alignment with yourself and with source and with doing your practice, and then that's when things get all really, really willy-nilly. When you're not in alignment, or if you don't even know how to be in alignment. There are people that come to the channel or come to the Patreon that do not know how to even greetings, Katera. How are you? It's good to see you. I know it's been a while, right? Me coming live. You want to make sure that you are working in alignment for yourself. When things are, Libra is asking you and me to check ourselves on balance, because if one scale is lower than the other, that leaves room for psychic attacks. It leaves room for off balances in your relationships. It leaves it opens up doors because you don't have your gate or your armor up to protect yourself from things coming at you. And then you got to fight those things off because you didn't have your armor on or your armor up, because you weren't elevating your energy on an ongoing basis. If you ongoing working with yourself, you're not going to have some things that really just throws you off completely. Okay. So um want to mention the altar vigils if you're interested. Yes, happy birthday to her, Autumn. If you want to make sure that if you're interested, if you setting your intentions already on your own, go on and set your intentions. You can go to our website and join our altar vigil. Started back on our altar vigil with the Libra new moon. You can join it on the website at https://eclipsespiritual7.com, and you can put your intention in that, or a honey jar is backup ready. That's worked on my altar all 30 days. And you can join the altar vigil right now too. If you choose not to join the altar vigil, that's okay. You could go in and look where it says description box, and if you're doing your own, you can go in that description box on the website and get some ideas on some things that you could set your intentions to as well. Okay. If you decide you're not going to join the altar vigil, the altar vigil is a great method for unity. Altar vigils are set up for unification, which is something that we are lacking in our society. That's okay. Just send me an email. I'm answering you, Miriam. So, um, you want to make sure that you are in unification with others. That's the ultimate vision. That's what it's all about. It's a unification with source, um, and with all of us coming together with the energy in unison. That's what it's about. Unity brings about uh, balance, focus, and bringing about. Thank you, CJ Johnson. Um, Bringing about unity, balance, and calling those things in a unification. That's what one of the keys is about the Patreon. Patreon is wonderful to join because you're in unification with others. We do pray for each other. We do. Can a magician, a witch, a warlock, a spiritualist pray? Absolutely. I wrote a blog on that. You can go to the website. Is it a requirement? No. But does prayer change things when two or more come together in unison as a coven, believing and trusting in the same things, working our magic and manipulating those things because we have the ability to, because that's what we was designed to do as earthlings. We are designed to manipulate the things in our life and operate in our source ability. Yes, that is what you're here for. You don't have to just go on floating around and not doing something about something because you have the ability to call those things and change. Oh, I'm so glad that upgraded your practice. Merriman saying that she looked at that blog about prayer and it really changed her practice, and her practice is really beautiful. I've seen the changes in all of you. As I see your work, all individuals, and I also set up um, time of meditation for the family in general, with was part of the Ecliptic Spiritualists here all of the people here, I always am covering it and charging it, whether if I've ever talked to you or not. If you've been here, I'm already covering that energy because you were came across for a reason. So it's my priority to make sure that I'm doing something because most people aren't doing that for somebody else. They'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I'm doing that." Maybe, maybe not. Most of the time in our society, people don't even think about other people to actually call their names out and to speak over their life, for protection, for gratitude, and those type of things. Oh, you're welcome. So, um, so we know I told you that you can use pink and blue. So go to the website. Go to the video on that. Um, be mindful of your yes, CJ. I know yours is elevated as well. And I'm grateful for you. It's been years, all of you. We've all been rocking together for several years now. Can you believe it? It's just it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, three things you want to be mindful on your body parts during this new moon energy and after Wednesday, the next within till next Tuesday is that be mindful of your lower back, kidneys, and bladder. Your spirit wanted me to start mentioning the body parts during the new moon and full moon. So be mindful of that, okay? And a couple of goddesses you can work with. You can go to the Patreon and look at the goddesses that you can bring into your life for this full month of October. Um, Thank you, Samantha. Aphrodite, Venus. I mean, there's, so many goddesses that you could work with during this season. You can go to Patreon or join Patreon. I do list it. Each day there's a teaching. At least 3 days a week or once or twice a week, I'll bring a teaching on some areas. And then if you get our lunar workbook series, that's underneath tier two, it's $10 a month. I have a Wild Moons workbook, lunar workbook that I have put together that helps you stay on track throughout the whole entire month. It's not complicated. It's not nothing. Sometimes people get nervous if you say you got a workbook. They go, "Oh boy, I got to do a lot of work." No, it's beautiful and it gets you on track of knowing a lot of aspects. I put a lot of detail into that, and it's a beautiful addition to your magical practice. And if you're new to coming into this awakening, this will be awesome, a dynamic contribution to you as well. Okay. Um, I'll mention, I think that's all I have to say right now. So check out the videos, join the altar visual. Um, just before if anybody, I'll take one question. Um, Join the altar visual on the website. Honey jars up. Master classes are starting back on this Saturday. If you're interested in joining our master class, this class will be on charging and grounding. This is good for new, middle, and advanced. This is very in detailed. Our classes are dynamic and wonderful, fun, loving, vibrational, not heavy, but something you once you leave the class, you feel good. And that's one thing that we equate ourselves there in our classes, is that yet you not only do you feel good, but you take away knowledge and in your emails that you can apply immediately. And that's something, once you come to each class, it's applicable immediately. It's not something you got to apply later on. No, it's immediate, applicable, um information, application to your life. And that's part of the journey. It should be applicable immediate, you know. Any questions before we go? I'm on my phone, so hopefully the algorithm will come up on that. If you have any questions, oh wait, oh, I'm pulling up. I don't see anything yet. And I'll wait if I get any. Let's see. Yes, you